guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi to each and every one of you guys watching. So today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup not a makeup tutorial, it's more a mattifying makeup look. I am super oily in my skin. This is for oily skin only. If you're super oily, these are the products you should use if you're oily. These are mattifying primers, mattifying foundations, mattifying powders to set your face. This is a great powder to set under your eyes and all over your face. Believe me, this does not make you budge. Your nose, the sides of your nose will not budge. This is the only powder that I really like and is the best. So I'm going to show you guys in this video what products I use for this, and I hope you guys like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. And if you're new to my channel, hey, what's up? My name is Diana. Welcome. So keep on watching, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. So for my complexion, what I like using for a mattifying complexion, I am going to start by using the Ulta Beauty Mattifying Primer. This primer works amazing. It is a silicone based primer. With that being said, it is silicone, so it's able to kind of fill in your pores and all that good stuff. So this is what I like using to basically fill in my pores. So I'm just gonna take this and apply it all over. Like that. When that's done and apply it on my skin, I like to grab the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. Now this primer is a cream. It's more of a cream consistency, so you guys can see it's more of a cream. It's not exactly a silicone base, so this is actually gonna give me that right amount of protection and that my mattifying look I want. This is gonna actually absorb all my oils and make me mattifying throughout the day. It's very important to go ahead and blend this all over my face. I just like using my fingers. For this, but of course if you're using it on a client, I always use like a foundation brush or a little small flat brush or small brush to apply the concealers and primers and all that good stuff. Right, but like it's my base, so I'm just gonna use my fingers. I feel like this gives it a really good warmth on the product, so it kind of sits it very well on my skin. Okay. For foundation, we're going to be using the CoverGirl Matte Make Foundation. Really good foundation for keeping your face fully matte. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mix these two together, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the back of my hand, of course. I'm going to use 3 pumps of this dark one, just because I don't like putting too much white on my skin. So I'm just applying it here, and I think this one's already ran out. So that's okay. We're going to go ahead and blend these two foundations together. And it's okay if my foundation is super dark. I'm going to use a mattifying powder, translucent powder, that's going to make me look super white. So it's going to kind of contrast the color on my face. Okay, this is a little bit too dark, but once we apply our concealer and all that good stuff, it will blend everything together. I promise everything will be blended out together. So for great coverage of a foundation application, I'd rather you guys use a brush. I am going to use this brush. I used this yesterday, so I'm going to use it again today. This is the Morphe M439 brush. So I'm just going to stipple the brush to the foundation, and I'm slowly going to gently get some of the foundation from my hand and blend this down. And I'm just slowly blending this down. I'm going to get a little bit on my neck just because my neck is a little bit dark, so I'm just going to a little bit there. I'm going to slowly apply the foundation up with the brush, gently do patting motions just so you can get a full coverage foundation effect. Now this foundation is not full coverage, this is more of a medium to full coverage, so you would have to build it up. That's if you want to, you don't have to build it up. So I'm just gently applying this on the foundation on my face. Just gently applying everything, making sure everything is well blended, and don't forget to blend this out. Blend this out. Go up to your hairline. That's okay, we're looking super dark or super orangey. I promise you guys, once we apply our freaking concealer, everything will be well blended in. Alright, so we're done with the application of foundation. This is what the foundation is going to look like. We're going to go in a concealer. For concealer today, I'm going to be using this one. This is the, is this the right one? Yeah, I think this one is the right one. So, this is the, yeah, this is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. And I'm just going to grab some and put some under my eye. Like so. Like this. And then just kind of, that, kind of, right here, and that's that. We're gonna grab a sponge. I'm gonna be using this one. This is just a beauty blender. We're gonna go and apply our concealer right under our eye and blend it in. Maybe focusing this more just under our eye if we can. If we can, that's fine. I'm gonna apply this here. Blend this very well. Because I do have a fan right next to me, this is kind of drying this out quick. This is really drying, mattifying and drying concealer. It's a really good concealer, guys. Really full coverage concealer, and I like it a lot. I hope we have everything well blended. I'm just going to make sure everything's well blended, and then we're going to drag it down here. Of course, the foundation, just to blend everything well together. So far, so good. I really like this stuff. Now, a good key of a translucent powder for, I would say this powder does, it gets me all the time. This is a good oldie but goodie, and I always seem to go back to it, even though I buy high-end products, high-end translucent powders, high-end powders for under the eyes, or any type of translucent powder. I always go back to this one because this is my favorite translucent powder. This is the Airspun powder, and this one is in translucent. It's just my favorite, guys. I always go back to it. This is the one that gives me no creasing, the less creasing of all of them. I've tried so many freaking translucent powders that I got so how can I say it, so addicted to translucent powders to buy every freaking translucent powder out there. I mean, I haven't got my hands on every translucent powder, especially not the like high-end and like the super high-end makeup ones. I haven't, but this thing works amazing. It works wonders. I fucking love it, and I always go back to it all the time, especially for all my creases. I use this. I love this for all my creases. Wherever I'm super oily, I apply this. So mainly like in my T-zone, which is right here, my forehead, and I'm really dry down here, so I try to leave that alone. But I like to apply it on the sides of my nose because less creasing. Alright, so we're kind of done applying this. You can actually use this for all over your face if you want, if you like. You can use it all over your face. And today I'm just going to do it. I'm going to use it for all over my face. Just going to grab it. I'm going to grab a little bit and just put it on a cap and swirl. I'm using this Morphe Y1 brush, and I'm just gently going to apply it all over my neck. All over my neck. Gently blending everything out. Alright guys, so this is what I look like when everything done. Basically this is what I look like when I have my eye makeup, everything done, and super mattifying foundation and everything. These products that I am using are affordable, super inexpensive, and they are my favorite products for a freaking mattifying foundation. Now all of these things are super affordable, so I did use the Airspun to mattify on my face and set it. This is a great powder for mattifying your face. If you have not used this, go ahead and try it out, guys. You guys get your hands on this on any of your local Walmarts. They do have this, and believe me when I say this works better than other high-end makeup, other high-end translucent powders. Believe me, this works. And this is also super inexpensive, really inexpensive. You can find these at your local Ulta, anywhere where they have NYX. This is the mattifying setting spray, which is really good. Now the foundation, I would say this is the foundation that I use. I did do a mixture of two, so I did this one and this one to give me the perfect color. Now I guess there is an in between, but I don't know, I got these different times. This is a mattifying foundation. It is a medium, I would say a light to medium foundation. I would say like a medium to full coverage. You could also build it up to get it a full coverage. Now also for the concealer, it is a mattifying concealer, the one I'm using. This is the 16-Hour Camo Concealer by e.l.f. Really good. Now for primers, I did use my Rimmel Stay Matte Cream Primer. Now, like I was saying in the video, there are two types of primers. There's a primer that's more of a cream consistency, and there's a primer that's more of a silicone consistency. Now, I use both because I do have a lot of pores right here, and I like to fill those in with a silicone primer. There's other silicone primers out there, but this is the one that works more for me. I do have this one, which is the Makeup Forever primer. It works good, but it does not work as good as this one. And I also have this one that's also kind of like a high-end, and this one's also like mattifying, I guess, I believe. And then I also have other primers, but I don't have them. Okay, I also have this one, but these are not really like mattifying. This one's more of a regular poreless primer. This is really good. When I say it's really good, believe me, I used to use the Smashbox one, and that was a big no-no for me. The Smashbox concealer, it is a silicone base, and it does not work if you're oily. You need a mattifying primer. So that's first key for your foundation routine. If you want a mattifying look, you do need a mattifying primer, mattifying setting spray, a great setting powder that's gonna set all your makeup and not make it move all over. So that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.